Under the shimmering stars in the ancient and rugged Outer Rim territories, a child was born in the year 3994 BBY. The galaxy had no inkling of the powerful ripple this child would one day create. This human male, soon to be known as Revan, was destined for greatness beyond what any ordinary being could comprehend. His connection to the Force was unparalleled, setting him on an extraordinary journey. The Jedi, ever vigilant, sensed his potential and brought him into their fold for intense and elite training. Growing up amidst the towering spires and bustling avenues of Coruscant, Revan's path was guided by many masters. Among the most influential was Jedi Master Kreia, whose unorthodox teachings offered him a unique and critical view of the Force. Although there are debates about Kreia's ongoing mentorship, her impact on Revan's understanding of the Force is widely acknowledged. Revan's journey continued as he and his friend Alec trained in the serene grasslands of Dantooine at the Jedi Enclave. This place of wisdom and peace was perfect for their growth under the guidance of Master Jar Lestin, a Twi'lek known for his vast knowledge. Lestin saw in Revan's thirst for knowledge a spark of greatness rather than just youthful curiosity. However, not everyone viewed Revan with unreserved favour. Master Vrook Lamar, wise and cautious, saw a potential danger in Revan's relentless pursuit of knowledge. Vrook knew well the thin line between brilliance and hubris, one that even the strongest Jedi could easily cross. Undeterred, Revan also learned from Master Dorak, who provided deep insights into the historical context of the Force powers and Jedi culture. Master Aaron Kay furthered Revan's skills with teachings that ventured into lesser-known aspects of the Force. These lessons fueled Revan's curiosity, but they also stirred in him a hunger to know more, to transcend the traditional limitations of the Jedi Order. Before the upheaval of 3964 BBY, Revan achieved the rank of Jedi Knight. Alongside Alec, who would later be known as Darth Malak, Revan surpassed expectations and became a respected figure within the Order. Even among the best, Revan stood taller, with hints of a great destiny ahead, a destiny shaped by a mind that increasingly sought to reconcile the galaxy's chaos with the deeper, more dangerous philosophies of the Force. Revan's exploration reached a critical point when he revisited Master Kreia, seeking guidance on transcending the Jedi Order's constraints. Drawn by the interwoven philosophy of the Force and internal will, he prepared for a path few understood within the Order. At this moment, the galaxy seemed to hold its breath, as the enormity of Revan's potential balanced on the edge of unfolding fate. In Kreia's teachings, he found not just knowledge, but the seeds of doubt, seeds that, over time, would grow into something far greater and darker. And so began Revan's tale, a blend of contemplation, learning, and emerging power, ready to etch an epic saga in the history of the galaxy. His early endeavours laid the foundation for unparalleled legacies spanning the vast expanse of space and time. The call to arms spread across the galaxy like ancient drums echoing through time. In the distant Outer Rim, the Mandalorian Neo-Crusaders breached the Republic's outer defenses, igniting what would be called the Mandalorian Wars. In these early days of conflict, a young Jedi Knight stood with charisma and immense power at the heart of the storm. Furious and disappointed by the Jedi Council's reluctance to engage, his passion sparked a legendary crusade against the Mandalorian threat. This knight was none other than Revan, destined to leave a lasting mark on the galaxy. In his later years, Jar Lestin reflected on the schism within the Order. When the Mandalorian threat first arose, Revan and Malak were eager to defeat the enemy of the Republic, but the Council thought it best if we moved with care and caution. The true threat, the Council feared, had not yet revealed itself, but Revan would not be dissuaded. Charismatic and powerful, it was inevitable many of the Order would flock to Revan's seemingly noble cause. Malak was the first to join his closest friend, Others followed, many of our youngest and brightest, intent on saving the galaxy from the Mandalorian threat. Revan became the beacon for many young Jedi, ready to face the storm gathering on the horizon. The Republic's media dubbed him the Jedi's own crusader, and stories of battles and rising casualties further fueled his mission. His growing followers looked up to him as their true master, steering them headfirst into danger for a righteous cause. Yet, beneath this noble crusade, lay an unspoken desire for power, both to protect the Republic and to challenge the limits imposed by the Council. Defying the Jedi High Council, Revan set out to scout the enemy lines. His journey took him to Taris in the Ojosta sector, where he sought to gain support from Jedi Master Lucian Dray. Though his requests were met with resistance and refusal, Revan pressed on undaunted. Journeying across war-torn worlds, Revan's followers faced numerous challenges. War zones echoed with the sounds of blaster fire and the cries of the wounded, the air thick with the smell of smoke and metal. Many of Revan's followers were captured by ambushes, and disturbing discoveries on Onderon and Dishun's moon prompted Revan to report back to the Jedi Council on Coruscant. Yet, the Council maintained its stance of non-involvement, further driving the wedge between Revan and their leadership. However, Revan was given a mission to rescue the captured Jedi, who were held by the cunning Mandalorian scientist Demagol. During his mission, Revan's encounter with Lucian Dray on Coruscant highlighted their deep-rooted differences on the war, and Revan's growing divergence from the Council's ideals became clearer. Eventually, Revan's followers, including Malak, were freed by the fugitive Jedi Padawan Zane Carrick from Demagol's stronghold on Flashpoint. Once reunited, Revan's resolve to involve the Jedi in the Mandalorian Wars intensified. The war had become not just a battle for the Republic, but a proving ground for Revan's vision, a vision in which the Jedi were not mere guardians, but active participants in shaping the future of the galaxy. Revan's leadership in the Revanchist movement turned him into a celebrity, celebrated by the Republic but viewed warily by the Jedi Council. His title transitioned from Revanchist leader to simply the Revanchist, as he became a symbol of a valiant crusader ignored by cautious councils. Yet behind his growing legend, the seeds of his eventual fall were already beginning to take root, as Revan's thirst for knowledge and power continued to grow. As the drums of war grew louder, Revan prepared for the storm. Poised at the threshold of an epic destiny, he was ready to shape new tales across the galaxy, intertwining light and darkness in a saga that would be remembered for ages to come.